Welcome to Getting Started with Cisco Packet Tracer, the user interface. Let's look at some of the main components of Cisco Packet Tracer. At the top, there are different menu options. Let's highlight a few. We will start with the File menu, and on the File menu, you'll see some of the standard options of New, Open, Save, and Save As. But we want to highlight something called Open Samples. When we release a new version of Packet Tracer, we include different devices and protocol examples within the software. Feel free to explore these examples. Under Options Preferences, there's a number of things that we can highlight. On the Interface tab, you can go here and customize the user experience with things like Show Device Model Labels and Show Device Name Labels. On the Font tab, you can change the size of the application. I've moved mine up a couple notches. You can also customize the font size, as well as the font color. One final thing to highlight under Preferences is Miscellaneous. There is an Auto File Backup interval, and it is off by default. Under the main menu is the main toolbar that includes some of the most used icons, such as undo, zoom in, and zoom out. Beneath that is a secondary toolbar where you can do things like select objects, delete objects, or even include some type of drawing object. I've opened up an example for you to better illustrate the blue bar at the top, which is called the Workspace Toolbar. On the left-hand side, you'll see two buttons, the logical button and the physical button. And on the right-hand side, the menu options will change depending on the mode that you're in. So in logical view of the topology, we're illustrating how devices are connected and how data will flow through the network. When I click on the physical button, you'll be able to see how the devices are basically laid out and connected. So on the left-hand side, you see the equipment rack where we see a router and a switch. We also see a table down here that includes the two PCs from our topology, as well as the cabling and how those devices are connected. I've closed the sample file, and let's get back to the user interface. On the bottom, you will see this blue bar, and it includes a couple icons. One is to power cycle all devices. The other is a fast forward button that allows you to quickly converge the network and not have to wait for all network protocols to finish their processes. On the bottom right, on the blue bar, you'll see two buttons, real-time and simulation. Real-time is basically the real-time in the network as things are happening. Simulation mode allows you to control the time as well as add packets and watch them travel across the network. On the bottom left, we have network components. This is where you can select routers, switches, PCs, and other devices to add to the topology, as well as select the cabling to connect those devices. And finally, at the bottom right is the scenario box. Within this area, we can create packets on the network to travel across multiple devices and be able to see those packets as they travel across the network. Enjoy exploring and learning with Cisco Packet Tracer.